Hi, I'm Randy Wooden, and welcome to another in our Edge Library series. We're talking with young professionals, and specifically recent college grads, and at this point trying to determine what is it you want to do now that you've obtained a degree, and maybe your degree doesn't set you up for a job in a specific field such as engineering or accounting, that sort of thing, but maybe you've got more of a generic degree and you're somewhat undecided as to where to go. Or for that matter, even if you do have a specific degree, but you may not be 100% sold on what sort of company, what size company, what location, that kind of a thing. So let's talk a little bit about networking and interviewing, and informational interviewing as well as interviewing. So there are really three things involved here. The end goal is a job, so you need to interview to get to that job. But to get to the interview, you've got to not only do some networking, but I think it's also important to do informational interviewing. And there is a little bit of a difference between informational interviewing and networking. So let's talk that piece right now. Informational interviewing is very similar to, let's say, you have an older brother or sister and they've just come back from college for the very first time. And you see the person and you say, hey, what was it like? Tell me what it's like there. That's really the mindset you want to have, or what you want to bring when you're talking with somebody. Let's say you seek somebody like me out and say, Randy, how did you get involved in what you do? How did your college position you for a job like this? What other sorts of positions did you hold before you came to something like this? Is it something, if you had to do it over again, would you do it again? What sort of income is realistic? What is there in terms of growth potential? Opportunity to work for larger companies, go out on your own, that sort of thing. You want to try to get a sense for what are you getting involved with if it's something you decide to pursue. You're also accomplishing something else, and that is you're making a connection or a friend, if you will, and somebody who hopefully would be open to trying to help you get to that job. And that's where it moves from informational interviewing to networking. In my mind, informational interviewing is understanding the role this person plays, understanding what goes into qualifying somebody to do that. Networking, more so than is getting names of people and talking to those next people. And so there's a lot of crossover, but really that's the difference between informational interviewing and networking. So informational interviewing, you want to gain knowledge, you're going to develop some relationships. In our next segment, what we're going to do is we're going to cover some good questions that you need to ask when you're doing your informational interviewing. But that'll wrap up this segment on the differences between informational interviewing and networking. I'm Randy Wooden. Thanks for watching. This has been another in our edition of the Edge Library Series.